In 1901, divers exploring a Roman shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera stumbled upon something strange. Among the scattered amphitheater and marble statues, they found a corroded, calcified lump of bronze. For decades, it sat in a museum, dismissed as a lump of rock or a piece of a broken statue. It looked like trash. But a century later, when scientists finally pointed an X-ray machine at it, they saw something impossible. Inside that lump of green corrosion was a breathtakingly complex system of at least 30 interlocking gears, some with teeth as small as a millimeter. It was a computer, built around 200 BC. Finding this is like discovering a jet engine in a pharaoh's tomb. It's an artifact that simply shouldn't exist. It represents a level of mechanical engineering that, according to our history books, wouldn't be seen again for over 1,500 years. This single discovery shattered our understanding of the ancient world. It posed a tantalizing question. How did the ancient Greeks, with their sandals and togas, build a device so sophisticated that it could predict the future? And more importantly, where did all this knowledge go? This is the story of the Antikythera Mechanism, the world's first analog computer and a ghost from a future that never was. So what exactly did this ancient machine do? This wasn't just a fancy clock. Modern digital reconstructions have revealed its true genius. The Antikythera Mechanism was an astronomical calculator of incredible precision. By turning a single knob on its side, a user could set it to any date, past or future. The intricate dance of gears would then move a series of pointers across its multiple faces, revealing a wealth of celestial information. It tracked the sun and the moon through the zodiac, showing their exact positions in the sky. It predicted solar and lunar eclipses with startling accuracy, down to the very hour they would occur. It even had a special dial for the Metonic cycle, a 19-year pattern that reconciled the solar and lunar calendars. But it didn't stop with the heavens. One of its most surprising features was a dial that tracked the 4-year cycle of the ancient Panhellenic Games, including the most famous one of all, the Olympics. You could literally use this device to figure out when the next Olympic Games would be held. The mechanical heart of this device was something called a differential gear. This is a set of gears that can calculate the difference between two separate inputs. It's a fundamental component in God transmissions today. We thought it was a brilliant invention of the 16th century, but here it was, humming away in a Greek workshop 200 years before the birth of Christ. To truly understand this mechanism, we have to understand the mind of its creators. For the ancient Greeks, the universe, or the cosmos, was not a random, chaotic place. It was a giant, rational, and predictable machine, ordered by divine laws. They believed the planets and stars moved in perfect circles, a heavenly clockwork created by the gods. So, for them, building a machine that mirrored this celestial clockwork wasn't just a technological feat, it was a deeply philosophical, even religious act. It was an attempt to capture the mind of the divine in bronze and wood. It was a way of bringing the grand, unknowable order of the heavens down to a human, understandable scale. This device wasn't just a tool. It was a mechanical model of their entire worldview. To hold it in your hands was to hold a miniature cosmos, a tangible piece of divine logic. This brings us to the most profound mystery of all. If the Greeks possessed this level of technology in 200 BC, why didn't the Industrial Revolution happen in 108? Why did we have to wait another millennium and a half for the clockmakers of Renaissance Europe to rediscover these principles? What up, in? The answer is a story of collapse and loss. The Roman ship carrying the mechanism was likely sailing from the Greek world to Rome, perhaps carrying looted treasures or a wealthy scholar's library. When it sank, it took this masterpiece with it, and it seems it might have been one of the last of its kind. As the Roman Empire grew, its focus shifted from the philosophical inquiries of the Greeks to the more practical concerns of engineering roads, aqueducts, and armies. The theoretical science that underpinned the Antikythera Mechanism began to fade. Then came the fall of Rome, a period of immense turmoil and fragmentation. Libraries were burned, centers of learning were destroyed, and communication between scholars broke down. The delicate knowledge required to build something like the Antikythera Mechanism was unwritten on a single scroll that could be easily copied. It was a craft, a tradition passed down from master to apprentice. When that chain of knowledge was broken, the technology was lost. It's a tragic thought. A single shipwreck, A single burning library might have set human technological progress back by 1,000 years. We entered a so-called Dark Age, not because people suddenly became less intelligent, but because the accumulated knowledge of generations had been catastrophically wiped out. The Antikythera Mechanism is a stark reminder that history is not a straight line of constant progress. It's fragile. Fast forward to today. We're living in an age of silicon chips, quantum computing, and artificial intelligence. They lived in an age of bronze, wood, and human hands. But when you look at the core of it, the logic is astonishingly similar. The Antikythera Mechanism used gears to model astronomical cycles. Our computers use electrical signals to model, well, everything. Both are systems designed to process information and predict outcomes based on a set of rules. And in a beautiful twist of fate, our most advanced technology is now helping us talk to this ancient one. The surface of the mechanism is covered in faint, almost invisible Greek inscriptions I use out of a manual written to millennia ago. For years, they were unreadable. But now, scientists are using advanced CT scanning and artificial intelligence to enhance and decipher these texts. We are literally using modern AI to decode the instructions for an ancient computer. It's a dialogue across 2,000 years. This process is revealing incredible new details, like the fact that the creator included color-coded information about eclipses, noting whether they would be red or another color. The lesson here is profound. We often fall into the trap of thinking history as a simple, linear progression of humanity getting smarter and smarter. The Antikythera Mechanism proves that's not true. History is a complex story of peaks, valleys, lost knowledge, and rediscovery. There were brilliant peaks of innovation in the ancient world that were followed by deep troughs of forgotten wisdom. It serves as a warning. The knowledge and technology we have today are our modern relics. If we don't actively work to preserve and pass on this knowledge, our own civilization could face its own kind of dark age. We have to protect our libraries, our data, and our scientific traditions, because losing them could mean losing our future. The Antikythera Mechanism is more than just a clever gadget. It's a ghost in the machine of history. It's a powerful reminder that our ancestors weren't primitive people. They were us. They were just as curious, just as brilliant, and just as ambitious, only equipped with different tools. They looked up at the same stars and asked the same fundamental questions about our place in the cosmos. And with bronze and genius, they came astonishingly close to the answers. This device forces us to wonder, what else is out there? What other impossible artifacts are sitting at the bottom of the ocean or buried under the sand, waiting to be found, waiting to rewrite history all over again? The past is not as distant as it seems, and it's full of secrets we are only just beginning to unlock. So, would you trust a 2,000-year-old computer to predict your future? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep digging into the mysteries of the past, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time.